John Cena. Yeah, couldn't believe it. One day, logged into my Twitter, and it's actually me and my brother that run it, so we do a little bit, and he was a massive wrestling fan, which I was. You know, I'm not afraid to deny that. And yeah, the famous John Cena had followed me on Twitter, so yeah, I'm obviously doing something right. Absolute legend, big into the films now, and I remember as a kid, for me, I actually went to a wrestling event in London, I believe it was. My mum had like a private box through her job for Weetabix that she's worked for many years, and I bumped into Rob Van Dam. We have a miniature snooker table. My young son is massive into his snooker at the moment, Bailey. So is Finley, they're both into it. And yeah, hopefully both of them, or one of them, are going to have a bright future in the game. Very proud, to be honest. You know, I'm obviously doing something right as a role model, not just a father. You know, it's inspiring, and it kind of makes me want to keep myself in check to make sure I'm doing the right things for them and showing them how a professional snooker player should behave. You know, I want to encourage them to enjoy whatever they take up in life, and if that is snooker, then so be it, and you know, I'd be very happy for them. I feel like snooker's slowly evolving. It's sort of changing its image. It's a lot more of a healthy lifestyle. So yeah, it's a good path for them to take. This table is absolutely iffy. I think we better leave it there before I injure somebody. So we have a green ball on some chalk. This was a very lucky ball for me, which sort of brought to an end an amazing semi-final during COVID at the World Championships with Anthony McGill. And yeah, just an epic match all the way through, fantastic standard. A little bit of a shame that it ended on a fluke, to be honest with you, but madness that game. I don't know if I'll ever have a match like that one ever again. Such strange times, wasn't it, with no crowd, playing through the COVID pandemic. But it just shows sort of how fascinating the game of snooker is, to have no crowd and still create that sort of drama. You know, I could hear backstage sort of the players warming up and the referees and the officials, the sort of oohs and ahs sort of during that. So then it brought me back down to earth and made me realise, wow, this is actually going out live on TV. But yeah, just an amazing game, a massive moment in my career. The only sort of downside for me would be that I would have loved it if there was a full crowd in. You know, when you think of being in a World Championship final at the Crucible, you want to be in front of a packed house. I love playing at the Crucible. For me, it's the home of snooker, full of memories, full of nostalgia, full of history. And each year I go back there, I feel very blessed that I'm a part of that. So yeah, this green ball signifies a big moment for me at the Crucible, and hopefully it might signify a few more.
So Stephen, this time we're going to discuss Kyren Wilson, and in the last few seasons, in my opinion, he has entrenched himself firmly at the very top end of the game. However, he's yet to have any success in terms of wins in the Triple Crown events.
Yeah, I think he's for me, to win those events, you've got to be beating the very best in the world. Yourself, O'Sullivan, Selby, Trump, these players, but not once, but regularly. And I wonder if he's going to sort of go to the next level where he is a multiple winner, you know, winning 2, 3, you know, titles every single season. What does he need to do to get to that stage?
How does he do it? Because his technique is very good. It's repeatable. He does the same thing on every shot.
He does tinker with his cue action.
Well, instead of the word tinkering, how about we use the word improve? Because I know he's a very, very diligent hard worker. He practices very, very hard between events. He's constantly studying the game. He has taken his bridge closer to the cue ball in recent years, and he does find the COB, the centre of the ball, regularly.
That's very... I wonder where you were going with that.
I did as well.
But in order to do all of these things, you have to be dedicated.
Yeah.
And I think he is one of the most dedicated in the game. I think he works so hard at improving, as we say, tinkering, improving technique, everything.
Another big word, which is linked to dedication, is family. Because the entire Wilson family are part of what Kyren's trying to achieve. In fact, it's probably what they're trying to achieve, not just him. His brother travels with him around the world. He has the big support network back at home. Whenever he does make it to a big final, they always come en masse. The Wilson clan turn up on me, you know they're there. And isn't that great to want to support their boy in what he's trying to achieve? But I think the best is still to come.
Yeah, and I think over the years, this has improved so much.
Yeah.
He's break built in. I mean, I've seen matches last season against, I think, Hendry himself, winning the first 4 frames without missing a ball. His scoring has become savage over the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Very, very good. Well, I know, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying it, that he took your criticism of his cue ball control and went away, and with his hard work and dedication and technique has improved it. He's worked on it. The biggest problem for Kyren is he's still number 2 with the rest.